again with another colouring book review. This time we're looking at Marjorie Sarnat's very popular Creative Cats. Creative Cats is published by Dover Puplications of New York as part of their Creative Haven range. I have several other books from this range that I hope to share with you in future, but for now we'll look at this one. Now this book is a softcover book. It's small compared to a lot of the other colouring books that are on the market, but it is the standard size for Creative Haven. It has about 31 individual pictures in there that you can colour. We'll have a look through. One of the interesting things about this book is that it actually supplies a few finished drawings for you to look at, so you can get an idea about how to go about your colouring. I love this one because it really tells you to lash out and experiment with colour and have a lot of fun with it. Here's the front page. I haven't done that one yet because this picture is repeated further along in the book. Right, this is the first page I've completed, and I've done this one using Prismacolor pencils. And here is my box of Prismacolors. And they work quite nicely on this paper. I find actually that this paper is a little bit rough with other pencils, with slightly harder pencils. The polychromos you can put down on this. I find it a bit more problematic to layer. I find the Prismacolors are actually, for me, the best pencil to use in that. But whatever pencils that you have got will work just fine. So this is mostly Prismacolor, though I did do some preliminary colouring in with some Tombow markers. That one in particular, I think, for the blue, and then I just went around the outsides with a bit of Prismacolor to give it a bit of depth. Now about the paper, it's not very thick paper. It's fairly thin, about probably a little bit thicker than the average photocopy paper. The texture is fairly toothy, which is good. It grips the pencils well. We'll talk a little bit about the different mediums when I come to examples of what I've done. See these pictures, or another feature of this book I forgot to mention. It's very hard to pick up on the camera, but each of these pages are perforated about a centimetre, or what would that be, about 2/5 of an inch in, so that you can, if you want to, you can tear the pictures out and colour them in. I would be careful tearing them out. I might even be inclined to take a pair of scissors to it, but it does give you a nice wide margin there, so that when you take it out, the picture still looks balanced on the piece of paper. I think that's very clever, and that is, you'll see that in all of the Creative Haven books. A nice feature for people who don't like to work in the books. See, these pictures are very playful. Marjorie has got a gorgeous style. It's lovely, precise line work, but with lots of detail and lots of potential to just go mad with the colours. She has another book out. You might have seen just before, flashing across the screen, was the Owls book. I have that one. She also has another one that deals with fashions and dresses and such, and she has a fourth one, I believe, coming out, which is a similar vein to this one but with dogs. I'm not sure when the release date for that is, but I have seen a preliminary picture that's been posted and it looks quite good. Now here you may have seen my video of me actually colouring this picture. If not, jump in and have a look at that too. It goes for 12 minutes. I've used a variety of different mediums on this one. This one I did actually go for the polychromos to colour it, although there is some Prismacolors in there. The dark blue background and this burgundy frame, I've used a combination of alcohol markers, namely my Sharpies, which you can see I've gathered a bit of a collection. Love my Sharpies. And some big markers. This was a great buy, one of those once in a lifetime things. The supermarket was selling them out for $7 for a pack like this, so I bought 3. Of course, why wouldn't you? Now, this paper, as I said before, is fairly thin, and as a consequence it bleeds through. I mean, the alcohol markers are going to bleed through any paper, but as you can see, that's quite profound, the bleed through of those pens. So to protect this page, I put another piece of paper in between these two pages while I was colouring, so that none of the alcohol markers could possibly stain this one, and I'll leave this one nice and fresh. I've also used on this book, on this particular page, some Staedtler triple Tri-Plus fine. Oh, I can't talk today, can I? Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liner. Use those just to pick out those tiny little details. I found that was easier to get nice, deep, bright colours in areas that were a little bit too small, I think, to handle the pencils and make the colours pop. Now, I do plan to do a tutorial using this book in which I'll demonstrate how I go about colouring in the cat faces to give them more dimension. So like where to put the shading and such. This is gorgeous. I'm thinking of doing that one in greys and pinks and blacks. This is so cute. A little cat couple. I notice a lot of these pages are paired, so you've got pairs of pictures, which is really nice if you're the type to want to cut them out and frame them, so you can have a pair of matching pictures. So you've got this pair of kitties having a afternoon tea, and then you've got this pair of kitties sort of like enjoying the moonlight with a cityscape background. This is another pair. This is a much bigger kitty with paisley patterns over her, and then there's a pair which is nicely facing the other way with flower patterns over her. I can imagine these two look gorgeous on a wall together. Now, a little precursor to the owl book that she does later, we've got a kitty with a tree of owls, and a kitty with, strangely enough, a tree of elephants. Little squirrel elephants, I think. This is a beautiful set of, or pair of pictures too. This is a the King of Hearts as a kitty, and then you've got the Queen of Hearts. Now we have another pair of kitties and a matching pair there. It's a really nice idea having these paired pictures. Here's a kitty with a border. I love this one. I think, is that the one on the cover? Nope. I think there's a coloured version of that somewhere. There's a rather a 60s, 70s kitty there. Hippie kitty. There's a collection of kitties. I think there's 9 cats to signify the 9 lives. This is another cute idea. It's four versions of the same picture repeating, so I'm thinking maybe summer, winter, autumn, spring. Or maybe blue, green, yellow, red, or any other sort of variations, or you could do them all the same. This is another one I've coloured. Now this one is a mixture again of the Tombos, so a light coloured Tombow in there, and more Sharpies and big markers for some of the areas. And in this one I've gone over again with pencil, and after I've coloured in with the markers, I've picked out shadows and highlights using Prismacolor pencils. So if you can see on this purple ring here, I've got the dark purple Prismacolors to make a shadow sort of around the edges, and then I've gone over with a lilac and a white to sort of make the middle part pop out to give it a bit more dimension. I've also used the Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners on this one as well, and I decided to quickly get these bad boys out, which are my ridiculously large gel pen collection. Little secret, these aren't my only ones. I like gel pens. I should do a colouring video just with gel pens. As you can see, there's a bit of shiny black, actually there's a grey black gel pen with the little mica, shiny mica bits in it. So that was really fun to do. It's nice having a go with a whole pile of different media on this, these pages. They really beg for creativity. This is how you can see here the bleed through as well. Ew, look at that. Definitely put a piece of paper in between the one you're working on, the next one in this book. So even the tombos, which I usually don't have a problem with bleed through on this one. Okay, there's a ragdoll kitty. Now this one is different. There's a couple of pictures where the faces are slightly different. That one. And there's the kitten from the title page. An artist kitty. This one's got nice thicker lines, so maybe if you're a bit uncertain of yourself, this would be a good one to start off with. Looks very Scandinavian with the cuckoo clocks. And a travel kitty, all two of them together. Okay, back page now. Again, there's another colour picture to show you what it could potentially look like. And I think if I look at it, I can see that they've definitely mixed, by the looks of it, markers, paints, pencils. So yeah, one of those, go for it. Just put anything on there you like. And here's the back page, again with another semi-coloured in example. Give you a couple of ideas of how to go about colouring it in. And that's it for my review of this book today. I hope you enjoyed it. I do really love this book, and I'll see you next time. Happy colouring!